Jai Hind children, welcome back to our English online classes. Today we are going to learn a new lesson from our supplementary textbook, chapter 6, The Monkey and the Crocodile. The Monkey and the Crocodile is a Panchatantra story. Some of you might have heard this story. This is a story of friendship between a monkey and a crocodile. A monkey lived alone in a fruit-laden tree on a river bank. He was very happy but used to feel lonely. He wanted to have someone to talk to. At last, he got a friend, and it was a crocodile. Now we shall see what happened. The Monkey and the Crocodile. Once, on the bank of a river, a monkey made a home for himself in a tree laden with fruit. He lived in it happily, eating to his heart's content the fruit of his choice. The monkey was happy but lonely and wanted a companion to talk to and share the fruits with. But there was no one around, not even another monkey, till one day a crocodile appeared on the riverside. "Hello there," said the monkey. "Do you live in this river? Would you like to eat some fruit?" "Good morning," replied the crocodile politely. "I did come here in search of food for myself and my wife. Nice of you to offer me fruit." A monkey lived on a tree laden with fruit. Laden with fruit means a tree with full of fruits. He was able to have fruit as per his heart's desire. He didn't have any friends to talk to, so he used to feel lonely. One day, a crocodile came on the riverside. Monkey asked him if he lived in that river and if he would like some fruit. The crocodile softly wished him good morning and told him that he came there in search of food for himself and his wife. The crocodile also expressed his gratitude for offering him fruits. The monkey plucked some from the nearest branch and threw them down. The crocodile found them delicious. "Thanks," he said. "May I have some on my next visit?" "Certainly, as many as you like, and some for your wife too," said the monkey. "Do come again. I am rather lonely here." The crocodile visited the monkey regularly and ate the fruits which his host threw down. He took some home for his wife. The monkey and the crocodile were now the best of friends. They talked and were never tired of talking. They talked about birds and animals, about the villages nearby, and the difficulties villages faced in raising good crops for lack of rain. The monkey plucked and threw some fruit to the crocodile. The crocodile found it very tasty, thanked the monkey for it, and asked if he could have fruit on his next visit too. The monkey assured that he would have as much fruit as he wished. He also asked him to visit again. The crocodile started visiting him daily. He used to eat the fruits thrown by the monkey and used to take some home for his wife as well. They both became good friends. They talked endlessly. They talked about birds and animals, about villagers and their challenges in raising good crops because of less rain. One day, the crocodile stayed with the monkey longer than usual. His wife was annoyed, waiting and waiting for managing the little crocodiles that had just been hatched. She said, "Who is this friend of yours you are so fond of?" "Oh, he is a very nice monkey," he replied. "He lives on a fruit tree. He sends fruits for you every day. You don't expect me to climb trees, do you?" One day, the crocodile got later than usual. His wife got angry for waiting and managing the little crocodiles all alone. The crocodiles that had just been hatched means process of emergence of young baby from an egg. She asked him, "Who has that friend whom he loved so dearly?" The crocodile replied that he was a monkey and he lived on a fruit tree. It was he who gave him fruit every day. "A nice monkey, I am sure," replied the wife with obvious sarcasm. "If you ask me, this monkey should be my food. I want to eat his heart so much." "What a foolish thing to say," shouted the crocodile. "I can't kill a friend, though I won't mind a monkey occasionally for a change of taste." His wife replied sarcastically that the monkey was nice and he wished to make that monkey her food. The crocodile shouted in anger and said that he could not kill a friend, though for a change of taste he could have a monkey to eat. "You bring him here," ordered the wife. "I want to see him." "So you can eat him, never," declared her husband. His wife was furious and she dived in to hide herself at the bottom of the river, leaving the little ones to pester their father. Pester meaning to irritate someone by asking something repeatedly. So his wife asked him to bring the monkey to her. The crocodile refused, which angered the wife. What did she do then? She plunged into the river, leaving the children to trouble the father by asking something repeatedly. The crocodile was in a serious dilemma. He loved his wife and was very fond of his friend too. Finally, he decided to be on the side of his wife. She was his life partner after all. "I know it's a sin to betray a friend, but I have no choice," he said to himself. "I'll invite the monkey home and hope for the best." Dilemma means to be or not to be a situation where one has to make a difficult choice, which means not able the situation in which a person is not able to make a proper decision, or else we can say to be in a confused situation. The crocodile was in a difficult situation as on one side it was his dear wife and on the other side it was his beloved friend. And he was in dilemma. He was not able to make a proper decision. He was so much confused. But in the end, the crocodile thought to be on his wife's side. He thought that she was his life partner. Though it was a sin to cheat a friend, he had no choice and therefore he decided to invite his friend. "My wife wants you over for a meal, dear friend," said the crocodile when he visited the monkey next. "You must come home with me today." "With pleasure," said the monkey. "I am no swimmer, but can ride on your back." And they set out. Then the crocodile visited the monkey and invited him home. The monkey accepted his invitation with pleasure and said that he was not a swimmer, but he could ride on the crocodile's back. So they set out their journey. Set out means they started their journey. In the middle of the river, where the current was the strongest, the crocodile could no longer hide his intention. "Sorry, my friend," he said hesitatingly, "but I have to go under water now. I have brought you here to kill you. My wife cannot survive without eating your heart. Goodbye." Okay, so both of them started their journey, and in the middle of the river, where the flow of the water was very strong, the current was the strongest, means the flow of the water was very strong. The crocodile could not hide his intention. Intention means plan. Could not hide what he had in his mind. So he disclosed, to the monkey that he had brought him to kill him for this. For this he had to go under the water now. His wife was unable to survive without eating the monkey's heart. So he asked sorry and bid him goodbye. The monkey was scared and distressed, but he was sensible and clever like all monkeys. He kept a cool head. Calmly he said, I would do anything for you and your family. You are my only friend. After all, what is a monkey's heart compared with the life of a crocodile's wife? But how foolish could you be? Why didn't you tell me before? I would have brought my heart along. Here, the monkey was disturbed to hear that. He knew that his life was in danger, but he kept cool because he was wise. He told the crocodile that he was ready to do anything for his family. After all, he thinks that what was the value of a monkey's heart before his wife? But why didn't the crocodile tell him all that on the tree itself? He would have brought his heart along, he says. But where is your heart? Asked the crocodile innocently. I thought you carried it all the time. Of course not, it's there on the tree. Let's swim back at once and get it. Your wife must be waiting, replied the monkey, gaining confidence. Now, the crocodile asked innocently where the monkey's heart was. In his view, the monkey must be carrying it with him all the time. The monkey refused confidently and replied that it was there on the tree. So he suggested that they swim back so that he could get it. Oh dear, what a mistake, hissed the crocodile. They laughed loudly as the crocodile took a full turn to reach the tree. Here, the crocodile murmured over such a foolish mistake and took a turn to go back to the tree. Both of them laughed aloud. On the river bank, the monkey jumped onto the tree and heaved a deep sigh of relief. He plucked a fruit or two from the nearest branch and throwing them down said, Let your wife have some fruit rather than my heart. Fresh fruits are good for mind and body. Goodbye, friend, and if you don't mind, we won't meet again. The crocodile, sadder and wiser, shed a few tears which were genuine and turned back to go home. He was in a hurry to tell his wife a thing or two. So, when they reached back, the monkey jumped onto the tree and felt relieved. He pulled one or two fruits and threw them down. He told the crocodile to give those fruits to his wife rather than his heart, as fresh fruits were better for health. He asked him not to meet again and bid him farewell forever. Hearing that, the crocodile felt sad and went back home shedding tears. So, what is the moral of the story? Trust in friendship is the main theme of the story. Two people can be friends if the bond of friendship and faith is established. We must always do good things for our friends. We should never think of doing any harm to our friends. We must be trustworthy to our friends. At the same time, we must be very wise and clever in choosing our friends. We should never allow us to be cheated by others.